Yo, what is going on, y'all? I'm Cavell Anderson, and we are back with another VeVe and Ecomi video, and it looks like we have some very exciting news. An accidental leak came out, either an accidental leak or an Easter egg. Either way, it's still really good for the community because we can see that certain things are coming, certain big things are coming, and I know that there's a lot of negativity going on right now. There is a lot of crazy concerns, but at the same time, don't forget the reason that you invested in this company. I'm not a financial advisor, but I know all the people backing out, like uninvested and things like that. Doing stuff out of emotion is just going to cause you to lose a lot of money. You know this company's potential. You know why you invested from the start, and the reason that it bothers you so much that bots and stuff is running rampant, it seems like. The reason that is bothersome is because of how much potential this company has. So I mean, you got to keep that in mind even during the down times, man. Make sure you keep a level head as an investor, because being too upset about something, it's not going to be helpful. Don't make any rash decisions when you're upset. But that being said, we do have some pretty dope information here. So before we jump into it, be sure to drop a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and turn on notifications so you stay updated with everything going on. Now, we're going to jump straight into the interoperability right now. So if you have not seen this, they actually removed it. And this is why I said I don't know if it's an Easter egg or I don't know if it was an accidental leak. They removed this. This is exactly what this collectible said. The Ink Stories collectible, Eve, I think you pronounce it. They said this digital collectible will be linked only to you. It is scarce and exclusive. VeVe users can sell and trade their digital collectible on the VeVe platform and send it to other Immutable X wallets that are not connected to VeVe's platform. They said you can send it to other Immutable X wallets that are not connected to VeVe's platform. This sentence right here. Now, why did they instantly jump to Immutable X? So now we're going to be interoperable with Immutable X, of course. And obviously, this will probably be interoperable with OpenSea as well. So one thing that's interesting about this is the fact that interoperability is now being talked about. And we know that they have been waiting. Like what's been going on right now, I think that we've been ready to move to Immutable, but because of all these drops going on, we had Disney, then we had DesignerCon. Because of all this stuff going on, we couldn't actually move during this time because it was such high traffic times. Now that that's over with, I feel like we are going to be moving. And obviously, they're already dropping hints at interoperability or interoperable collectibles. We don't know which collectibles are going to be interoperable, but we do know that this one collectible right here is a fact that this came out saying that it was going to be interoperable and that you will be able to use it on Immutable X wallets and stuff like that that are not connected to VeVe's platform. This is the only collectible, to my knowledge, that has ever said anything like this. So this is the biggest leak that we have had towards interoperability and starting to see things off of VeVe. This is the biggest leak that we've ever seen when it came down to this. So this is legitimate. It's been changed now. Like I said, it's been changed now, but this was a real thing. I saw it with my own eyes. I went and checked yesterday. So yeah, that being said, let's jump into the rest of this video because it's honestly just as bullish. All right, y'all. So the homie Zach actually covered Disney being passed by VeVe. Like VeVe is literally like I'm just gonna play it. I'm just gonna play it so you all can see. But this is insane. Let's check it out.
Before I started recording, but either way. So right now we're gonna look at Brock Muck Blockchain's tweet because they pointed out that that VeVe has just passed Disney Plus on Disney Plus Day for top grossing app in entertainment in the US, and the weekend isn't even over yet. Top number 4 overall in any category. Of course, this was posted today, and we can of course see right here that this is, I think, the Play Store, and we see HBO, VeVe, Showtime, Disney Plus, Twitch.
And see, this is what's concerning. I get the concerns that people have when it comes down to the token aspect of this project, because you see stuff like this and you say, yo, this can be one of the top grossing apps in the world, passing up Disney Plus and all of these other apps, Showtime. It can literally be doing this and the token just does not move. You have to understand what moves the token, but as long as the token is separated from VeVe, there's no link right here happening. And then the burns that we have, it's not from the circulating supply. The burns are actually from reserve wallet that really does nothing in the short term. So when you consider that, I don't know what's going on right now. That was weird. But yeah, when you consider that,
How
you shouldn't be expecting too much movement from the token on the token side of things. But the fact that this app is able to do this in its beta stages, Disney Plus wasn't even doing this in its beta stages. Disney Plus wasn't, like, none of these apps on here was doing this in their beta stage. And I know that VeVe is presented as like they removed the beta tag from it, but this is a beta app, yo. Like this is the very beginning. You have got in on the ground level, the ground floor. You're literally right now. You're on Disney Plus when they had 5 movies. Like that's what you're on right now. You're on Netflix. You're on Netflix when they only had like 3 movies, 4 movies. So it's going to come with bugs. It's going to be laggy. Like on Netflix, I can imagine at the start, there was points in time where if too many people was on the app, the movie would just keep lagging and stopping and stuff like that. It's still apps that work like that. It's beginner apps that always works like this on the internet right now. So it's going to be hiccups and problems because of how early we are, but there is far more room to go up for this project. And that's what you have to understand. I know it looks like VeVe is doing numbers in its infant stages as if it was at its peak. We are far from the peak, and this is why I invested, and this is why a lot of you all invested. You just have to keep in mind how far we are away from the peak.
Mount, Peacock, Crunchyroll, and Discovery Plus. Interestingly enough, oh no, okay, so that's all entertainment. Yeah, of course, that makes sense. And then if we have a look at just generally, we have Google One, we have ESPN, HBO Max, and below HBO.
And one thing that I do want to point out, if you look at the stars, like look at the stars for all of these top performing apps, 3.3, 3.2. Look at the ratings. The ratings usually they don't look too crazy. It doesn't look like every project's perfect. Like if you have a lot, like people who hate something are much more. I have never left a positive review personally. I've never left a positive review because like you're much more likely to leave a review if you hate something than you are if you actually like it. So that's the thing. That's just a part of psychology. I guess like some people just get more triggered and you want to burn something down when you're upset more so than you want to praise something when it's up. So yeah, I mean, so when you see a lot of reviews, like people have tried to use that as ammo against VeVe before. Nah, it's not ammo.
HBO Max, we have VeVe. Funnily enough, I think a lot of properties on HBO are going to be on VeVe anyway. ESPN as well, most likely eventually. But it's crazy to see VeVe is literally in the top spot for these different, at least domestic, I guess, categories. Awesome to see, right? Then we have Trevor also pointing out amazing key performance indicator to hit for the power of VeVe as an app. As Curtis M. Cooper tweets out, VeVe is ranked #1 as the top grossing entertainment app in the Apple Store as of November 10th. Congrats to the team. As we can see right here, we see the SimilarWeb statistics where we can see VeVe collectibles above TikTok and HBO Max. Incredibly exciting, because what this shows is that it's not just like an Android thing, which would make sense because it's multi-platform. We have it both on Android and we have it on mobile, on Apple as well. And obviously next year when we see the web platform, obviously we don't have the same app platforms like we do on mobile to PC, but it'll still be very exciting to see how many downloads the web platform will have. And my guess is eventually, especially with the VeVe metaverse stuff, it will be really, really big. I can't wait. Because basically, like, imagine this, right? You're able to eventually at some point in the metaverse, you're able to watch, say, any IPs that, you know, VeVe has managed to partnership with, license, etc. And we can watch that on a TV screen, on a, you know, because computers can be hooked up to TV screens, or it can be hooked up to simply just a computer screen. Because whilst these are great, you know, as Mark was saying, you know, everything we're talking about is Mark Zuckerberg I'm talking about. Everything is fit on a small device, right? So, you know, watching films, that's very helpful for portability, you know, etc. But when it comes down to being able to be at your home in a comfortable living space, you know, we'll be able to hopefully watch this stuff on a web platform, which will allow us to see it on the desktop, which is very exciting, right? Very important, honestly, not just exciting, very important that we see this sort of thing when honestly the app isn't even, like, it's not even started realistically. Like,
I mean, if you don't know, Zach is actually one of my friends. We've been friends for like years now, like man, maybe over like 7 years or something. It's been crazy. Um, I met Zach when he was in high school, and he was basically into gaming. He was a crazy editor, a crazy like he did a lot of YouTube videos, and his YouTube skills was up like I promise you, he was way better than people like PewDiePie, KSI, all these mega stars. Like he was way better than them at that time, but he was super underrated because back then that was even before I really understood how to grow and things like that. It's just like he was always ahead of his time. So basically we connected through that, and then I was there when he went to the BBC, like worked when he worked for the BBC. We got in Doctor Who, the show, and all that stuff. Like literally, that's how we connected. We connected through gaming and YouTube, and like we like I jumped on this project. I wanted to him to get in immediately because I knew we had the same interest, and we have similar mindsets, and we see similar things because we have been working in the gaming industry for so long. This is going to be massive. When I say that it's just the start, like it's just the start. You have to. This is why it's so important. Like when you tell somebody that they need to be a little bit more educated on the project, they take it as a I need to be more educated on the process on the project, and that's the thing. Like that's the arrogance that some people have to not be able to admit that you don't know everything. I know a lot more than a lot of people when it comes down to this project. I accurately predict stuff far more than probably anybody else in the community. And the reason that I'm able to is because I know that there's still more that I can know, more that I can learn, and I'm always striving every single day to learn this stuff. So people have to stop taking offense and really start learning and understanding things from different perspectives. Because one thing that I noticed is the crypto side. Like a lot of crypto people, when I say something crazy, an outrageous prediction or something like that somebody would never agree with, you're not going to be able to think like me because you're not open to everything. I'm open to everything. You close off to this side, so you will never have the perspective of someone who understands that side. I understand your side, but I also understand this side, that side, and any other side because I'm open to understanding everything. So as an investor, it's important that you have a whole different like you got to be open to all knowledge and all information that comes in about your investment. Otherwise, it's going to always be a super risky investment for you. You can't be as comfortable as me. Like, this is the reason that I don't stress no matter what happens with this project. I mean, certain things is annoying, it's frustrating for the community. So I speak on it, and I have to touch on these topics because the community needs a voice. But at the same time, me personally, it's not a panic issue for me. It's not like a red alert for me because I am confident that I chose a strong and correct team. They just they just have to step it up and do things a little bit better. But yeah.
You know, we're only getting started now, and it's only like a year in roughly. It's crazy, crazy stuff. Now, the other thing to keep in mind as well is that TikTok has been noted on both these lists, I think. Maybe not this one, actually, interestingly enough. But it was definitely on this one, and of course, it was on this one too, where it was just below VeVe. Now, TikTok themselves are also getting into this, which is very exciting because it shows, we're going to have a look at this now, but it shows that even like the top apps that we're seeing, generally, a lot of them will have something to do with VeVe in the future as well. So that's a lot of.
Yeah, that's interesting because it also shows like how quickly mass adoption is happening. Like, look at the top performing apps right now. Like, this is the perspective that you have to keep. You want to see how far ahead VeVe is. First off, VeVe is an NFT crypto app that's passing all of these, by the way. But look at this. ESPN. This is Disney. Disney. TikTok. This is all confirmed working with blockchain technology. These are companies that's actually already confirmed working with the tech. So as far as mass adoption happening and things like that, it could be a lot shorter than people realize. Like if you look on the top list of apps and performers in the App Store right now, and they're all already diving into NFTs, how do you really think that it's going to take 10 years to see mass adoption? So this is why my price prediction, when I first came to the community and I first started talking about my $10 price prediction, it was based off the assumption that it would take a longer period of time for mass adoption to occur. Seeing this in the first year ain't even over. Seeing this, like out of the top ones, we have 4 confirmations. Yeah, four confirmations of these top apps being involved in the NFT space. The speed at which my prediction could happen I think it's significantly lower. It can happen much sooner than I thought before. And this is the type of information, and data and stuff that I needed to take into consideration. Like this, it was never clear. Like I knew that it should happen within 10 years, but how soon? It depends on stuff like this. How soon are these other companies jumping in? How soon does the real estate market transition and other industries transition to NFTs? Because with all these other companies and stuff transitioning into NFTs, that brings more trust, and more trust brings more money into the space, and more people open to trying out the legitimate NFT companies. And when you look up the legitimate NFT companies in this space, who do you find? You find VeVe, which is a top grossing app. You find VeVe, which is partnered with the US government, partnered with Disney, partnered with DC, partnered with Javinci. You find VeVe and it becomes a no-brainer in this space, and it clearly easily turns into the safest investment in the space. I know, in being in here, like we're spoiled. We're spoiled. We're this early, but at a certain point in time, I think that as much negativity as we have in the community, you gotta appreciate the good. Appreciate the good for sure, because this our little secret gem here, this little secret community that we have that's just our thing right now. It's not gonna be our baby for much longer, man. It's gonna blow up, and we're just gonna be another face in the crowd. So appreciate this time right now. Like, I know people are looking for their other opportunities and other crypto investments and things like that. And yo, you want to go out there, earn some stuff other places, go for it. Be my guest, man. But this project is going to be much bigger than anything you jump in, and I can guarantee you that. And not financial advice, by the way, but appreciate this time here, because you're just going to be another face in the crowd. And I mean, I'm okay with that, because I'm gonna be another face in the crowd that makes millions off this project. So I'll be that face. So yeah, let me know what you all think in the comment section down below. That's pretty much it, yo. Be sure to drop that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you're new, turn on notifications, and yeah, I'm gonna catch you all in the next one. Peace out, Joe.